Okay, so let's get ready to roll some diceinanger. So this is Baldurs's Gate, Descent into Avernus, session 22. If you are watching, please do like and subscribe. Please do like it. So I'm Dave the Dungeon Master. To my right is Lewis, who plays Mephiston. Beneath Lewis is Sammy, who's playing Zorchar. Prizes for the person that can do the best Mark impression. Mark, that's his bedroom, is playing Nuzgrund.
Hiya.
Hey, okay.
That's and above him.
Do you know what I should have done?
Go on.
Oh, where is it?
This is my horse.
And above him is Josh, who's playing Curus. So these are, I've never explained this before, but Baldur's Gate, when we play Baldur's Gate, they're drop-in sessions. It's whoever's available, just so we can try and get a game in as much as possible. So recap, because Josh's been out for a little while. So since you've been in Avernus, you had two things to do in Avernus. One was you descended to save the city of El-Chirel. Secondary to that is in El-Chirel, Duke Ulder Ravengard, the leader of the Flaming Fist, was in El-Chirel when it descended, so you decided to rescue him. You've been in El-Chirel for a couple of days now. You've managed to get to High Hall, the seat of power in El-Chirel, and free it from an incursion of devils. That's the safest place that you've found at the minute, underneath the catacombs at High Hall. You went there to locate Ulder Ravengard. Turns out he went to the cemetery on business that you may or may not have heard about on your previous visit there. But you've arrived at the cemetery looking for Ulder Ravengard when you were attacked by skeletal minotaurs. As the minotaurs charged in, you dispatched them quite handedly, and then spectres and shadows started shifting from the mausoleum, the main building in the cemetery. One nipped off. Zorchar, who's played by Sammy, went to investigate, and this sort of humanoid form appeared from round the corner. Dressed in priestly robes, red glowing eyes with fangs and claws. He handedly slapped Zorchar around. Mephiston stepped in and summoned fire, and there was all kinds of chaos. Zorchar was dragged out of the fire, barely conscious. But you managed to kill this priestly fella. He wanted to parley, he wanted to talk with you, but Mephiston decided he wasn't going to have that and killed him instead. So you've still got this fire raging from Mephiston's spell. As I take you to... Are we all on maptool, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let me give you the overview of the...
I think I'm on a boat.
Yeah, I'm on a boat right
Yeah,
now.
it always loads up on that one for some reason, doesn't it? I'm on a boat, motherfucker.
Flame boat. Good times.
I miss her.
Well, she might. Your other boat might still be there. You never know.
Yeah.
So
Is that a boat?
yeah, they have a boat. It's not just a boat. They have a vast amount. They have a mansion's worth of looted items on this boat. It's
Yeah, we stole a lot. It wasn't me. It was.
We
It was
didn't steal
mainly.
them. We looted them.
Yes. It was mainly Jake, to be fair. I'm having that. Yeah, we're having that. And then he
Yeah,
wasn't
some of
here
these
for next
things are-
session, so we just allocated him as saying now he's just gonna be taking everything back to the boat.
It's just a removal man now.
Yeah, came round with the teams like that. We'll have that table.
Yeah. Started shifting shit.
Well, she wasn't a nice person, so I think
She was asking for it.
justified. Yeah.
That's still one of my favourite sessions from this is when Ace cast Charm Person and rolled a natural 20 for his persuasion.
Not 20.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
Yeah. Okay, so have you got the main chapel building at the cemetery loaded up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll in fact, Kuraz, you are there. The main entrance was these doors here. You've got corpses of skeletal minotaurs all around. The dead body of the priest type person that you managed to dispatch. The fire is still raging. You've got a moonbeam still ongoing. As it stands, Lazrith, Tinker, what we'll say for the narrative is Tinker's malfunctioning in some way, so Lazrith is going to escort him back to High Hall for now to undergo repairs, so all of your characters should be where we need you to be.
Tom said you can use his character if you need to, Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him in as a heal bot. I believe it was my plan. Let's take concentration off him. So you've got the main entrance here. You've got this what looks like a priest's domicile at the back. The only other thing of note is as you approached the cemetery, you were getting this sort of purple glow. This sort of background purple glow on top of the normal red. Everything's red in Avernus. But as the fight is now finished, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off your wall of flame,
Underpants.
Lewis. I'm going to take off your underpants, Lewis. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If that actually happens, first of all, I don't want it to, and I don't know where to go with this. I will close my eyes. Actually, will I close my eyes? Because I don't actually want to accidentally contact anything. Oh, mate.
You're making it worse.
You've raised a right quandary mark. Sometimes I'm just better off ignoring you fucking lunatic. Right. Well, what were we doing?
I just have to say before I forget that I've watched a couple of old games, and there's a few where I've got a restless leg, and I bounce it quite a bit. Can you see? But I'm like, now, sometimes it looks like I'm having a wank, and I can promise you that I'm not. Right here and now, it still happens when both arms are in the air.
This is where we lose about 50 subscribers now, Mark.
Yeah, watching the hippies having a wank.
Oh.
I promise you, I really have never done that.
Yeah, no, Mark, tell the nice people you are having a wank, otherwise we will lose those 50 subscribers.
That's what they came here for.
People
Out
find
of
Mark on
curiosity,
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Before we actually do anything, am I still next to the guy that we just killed, or is he just obliterated, or is his body still there, or what?
His body's still there.
Could I raise him as a spectre?
Oh.
What are the conditions for
When you slay a humanoid?
No, I'm afraid
No.
not, mate.
It was worth
Yeah.
a try.
Yeah, so what we'll say, because we can add that to the narrative ever so slightly, so as you try and summon this this spectre from this spirit, you can already tell that part of his essence has passed on, as if he was undead himself.
Roger.
Okay. But the fire now dies. You can see the building behind where he came from is some kind of priest-like domicile. This purple glow in the background, which is what I was explaining to you. The companion, if you'll remember the companion, it was originally a sort of a sun above El Chirel. When it descended, it turned black, and this lightning came out. Now, the pulsing of this purple glow is coming from a pit behind the cemetery. And the purple pulses an extra light when the companion strikes a bolt of lightning to the ground. Seem to be connected in some way. So, ladies and gentlemen, do we need any more background, any more description, or what would you like to do?
Long rest.
There
Technically, I'm a.
Well, you at Grizz cast healing word on you. Just last thing that he did, so you're on 6 hit points. But all around you are these skeletons and zombies that keep walking close enough to you. Eventually, a zombie will come close enough to try and bite you. You only have to slap it off, but it's going to be virtually impossible to stay here and take a short rest, never mind a long rest.
Are they still pretty unfazed by everything, despite what has just transpired?
Pretty much, yeah. They don't seem to have any command that's necessarily been given to them. What Grismore will offer to do is to pass some healing around if anyone does need it.
I've taken some hits. I'm still looking pretty healthy.
I think it's just me, to be honest.
Yeah, you're definitely worse off. I'm on 69. So,
Giggity. So let's give you Cure Wounds level 2, 11 hit points. We'll give you a level 1. That's 7 hit points, so 18 altogether. How's that making you look? And one more first level spell. That's not bad. 18, so 28 in total then, Sammy, you can have off Grismore.
That's a little bit better.
I'm now on 34. I would take it.
Yeah.
Is my HP still temporarily taken down as well?
Yes, you needed to take a long rest for that to happen. To reset.
Bit wife runs.
See, I'm just ignoring you now, Mark. I'm not going down that road again. Not tonight. It's too fresh, mate. It's still too fresh.
So far we've just approached this chapel, but not gone in or anything just yet.
No, sorry, Josh. I could give you a little bit more background. As you approached these pillars, which are pillars of heroes of El Chirel, these spectres and shadows came out of, and then all hell broke loose. The Minotaurs charged through the glass, but you haven't actually been inside any of the buildings yet.
Right. Okay.
I'm happy with anything that involves. If we can't rest, I want to hit stuff.
Yeah.
I was going to
May as
say,
well.
I vaguely remember last time from the little outbuilding. I believe as I saw in as I can't remember his name, was coming out, there was a book on the desk.
Correct.
Is it worth us having a look at that book?
Definitely.
Okay,
Can
sure.
I do a perception check of the room then first?
Yeah, sure. Of course you can. You roll your perception then. I'll as you approach the door, what I'll do, I'll give you, because you've seen the door open, so that you're pretty sure it's not trapped. So the simple building contains a bed, a desk, a dresser, a table and chairs, and a cup of tea. Much. Oh, it was Seth's birthday the other day. We got chocolate cake on hand. Much of the furniture has been destroyed, with decorations and other items strewn haphazardly around the room, including holy symbols of Lathander, Torm, Helm, and Tyr. A large tome appears to have survived the destruction. It sits open at the centre of a partially collapsed desk. As Zorchar, as you enter the room and start looking around, there's everything's about this room seems hasty, as if things were thrown around, moved quickly, or partially destroyed, with the exception of this tome, which sits apart from everything else. There's nothing that would make you think there's a trap or anything dangerous inside. Let me just map it for you. There you go. And there's nothing else that you can see that appears to be concealed.
Can I gingerly approach the desk then and just glance at the tome to see if I recognise any of the language in it?
Yeah, it's written in common. It appears very, very large tome. Only the first few pages have script on it. You can tell that whoever this belonged to thought that they would be making entries for a lot longer than they actually did. The first few pages are written in a flowing script. And they are mostly, it reads mostly as propaganda against demons. Obviously, you being in hell where devils reside, you know that the natural enemy of devils are demons. And this appears to be several essays on why the demonic invasion, why demons in general should cease to exist. And this eventually, you sort of get drawn into it, and everyone else, you can hear them outside sort of tutting, and you it's just in the background as you're drawn into this book. And this sort of treaty goes on to highlighting the work that Zariel did, Zariel the Archangel, and how she stood against the demonic invasion. And then, if you would, Sammy, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yay!
I'm in danger.
You are now
Yeah.
racist towards devils.
Have you read this book, Josh?
Ah.
Okay, so as you read this, I'll say this so you can role play it out, but I'll not make everyone else take the headsets off. You develop a natural enmity towards demons, and it starts. You can feel your shoulders rise up, and you start clenching your fist as you hold your rapier and your dagger, and you're doing this thing, and you're thinking, I've got to fucking demons. You must kill demons. So the rest of you are getting a little bit concerned about Zorchar. He's clearly into this book. Did anyone want to do anything?
Who's charisma? It's Lewis. Lewis, go.
Do you want me to charisma?
I thought you're a warlock, aren't you?
Stop
100%.
metagaming, Mark.
I'm not metagaming. Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
I mean, can I approach and have a? I mean, can this book be easily removed?
It's not the type of thing that you'd. If you think of what was the tome in Game of Thrones that Jaime Lannister was writing in, you know, the tome for the Kingsguard. Yeah, it's a big old thing.
Big fucker.
So it would take some effort to pick it all then.
Yeah.
Okay. What's it made out of?
It's the front is wood with leather bindings, and then just normal paper inside.
I think Mephiston, seeing this just haphazardly, almost kind of just touched the book and cast a point blank Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay, yeah. You decimate this book. It just completely puts a hole straight through it and throws it onto the ground.
Cool.
Nothing else seems to happen.
Okay.
Fuck you!
Okay, let's move it in, that. That's what I'd have said.
And then can I almost kind of turn towards Zortra then after I've done it and almost intimidatingly cusp him by the neck kind of thing? Go, what are you playing at? Focus on why we're here, and kind of push him back.
I'm just going to respond with my only fucking goal is to get out of here. I don't know what you guys are doing here.
Say, chill beans. Come on, need to stick together if we've got any chance of us getting out of here.
And then Mephiston
Right.
will turn around and say, "Shut it, orc," which is almost a little bit out of character for him.
Yeah.
As he kind of like hobbles off to go and have a look at this giant
You've been acting
hole.
weird. You've been acting weird since we got here.
No?
Okay.
Hey, when did you have your last drink?
Good question indeed. When did I have my last drink?
Probably a while.
So the pit, as you go around the corner, you can see this purple pulsating mist seems to be coming out of it. What I will say is just at the side, this hand, clearly a decomposed hand, grabs onto the side and pulls, and then another hand pulls as this sort of zombie type creature. You're about to be attacked from the rear, Mark. As this zombie type creature. Oh no, she's decided to clean herself. Crawls out. It's not. It's easy for you to dispatch if you particularly wanted to. You just, as Kuraz is looking, you just put your mace to its head and it collapses to the ground. But this pit, you would guess, seems to be where most of the undead in the cemetery seems to be coming from.
And is it a physical pit in the ground, literally?
It is. It seems to be bottomless and like an endless purple haze at the bottom.
Yeah, I'll have a toke on the purple haze.
You instantly fancy a ginger nut biscuit.
Ginger nuts? No? Oh, no.
Terrible.
So, is there anything we could maybe block the top off with, like a slab of stone? Is there a random big slab of stone, Dave, that I could try and move over the hole?
I mean, it's what, 30 feet across?
Yeah, it's a good distance.
Hang on, isn't it this little sausage?
Yeah, it's about.
Oh no, that's a moonbeam. Where am I? Sorry.
Yeah, it's about 15 by 20 or so, just at the back of the building, Mark. Just around here.
I think Perez would stand there for a second and just kind of like observe and see if are the lightning strikes from the companion are they basically like in sync? So like is it like the lightning strikes and then an undead appears? Or is it just kind of like seemingly random and then the lightning also strikes into there like every now and again?
Well, as you watch, the pulsating purple glow coincides with the lightning from the companion, but nothing else is actually crawling out. If we give you another sort of 5 minutes or so, just watching, the companion lights up and this glow happens at least 3 times, and each time nothing seems to be crawling out. Nothing's changing.
Okay.
Is there any zombies lying around near here, or like walking by near the hole?
Yes.
Can I drop kick one in and see what happens?
Sure. Yeah, you drop kick one in, and as it collapses to the floor, we'll say that you grab one. No, let's drop kick it. Let's drop kick it right over to the other side, and as it collapses onto the side of the wall, it gets stuck on a rock and becomes immobile until the companion goes off, and this purple glow, and then it animates and it sort of jerks, and then starts to try and crawl out. However, it's stuck now on the rock and is trying to crawl forward.
Hmm.
Can I make fun of it?
Absolutely, Mark.
100 points, I think. Yeah.
It seems to be immune to your taunting.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not particularly taunting it. I'm just pointing and laughing because it's misfortune and it's not mine or anyone I give a shit about. So therefore, it's funny.
Tape it.
I don't know
Well,
if it would. Sorry, Lewis.
I didn't say anything. I
gonna
think it was Josh.
Sorry.
yeah, it's all right.
Sorry, I'm looking at
Houses.
dndbeyond. I didn't know if it would make any use, but I didn't know whether to try and use a perception check for it using eye for detail to use bonus action to make a perception check to spot hidden creature or object to make an investigation to uncover or decipher clues.
Okay, go on then.
I shall return.
I missed what he said. What did he say?
I heard I shall return, but not much else.
We'll find out when he gets back. Right, perception check. That's something he said. We'll see if suppose Bish is on tonight.
I wonder if we drop kicked a load of zombies in there, we could almost cover the hole with zombie corpses.
Just keep dropping them in there. Yeah, but then as soon as the purple stuff glows again, they reanimate.
Yeah, but if they block the hole, we could try
So
and
you'll-
tie them all up together.
I was going to say, what if we try and
Make a
thread
net
the
out of corpses.
ligaments together? Yeah, crochet the
I'm
ligaments
thinking-
together.
So would-
probably.
Sorry,
Go on.
Josh, go on.
I was gonna say, well, if someone wants to go down there, I mean, at least we know they won't die or stay dead.
None of us are exactly undead, though.
Yeah,
How deep is
but
it?
I'm the
my
closest
systems
to
are a bit
dying.
aware. It's Dave said it was basically endless.
Hey, Bishton's on. Are you playing the Mark game, Bish? What were you trying to look for, Sammy, when you...
I just want to see if there is anything that sticks out to me, whether it's on the walls, whether it's if I can just notice anything that, even though it seems bottomless, is there like a cavern or something that's further down that we can't see.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Martin's on. I've got your word, Martin. I'll be back with you in a second. Sammy, what did you say when you left?
Exhume to consume.
Exhume. Nice.
It's a bit of a cheeky one because it's a Carcass album or a Carcass song, I should say.
Is it?
But I'm digging up dead body to eat it. It's not
So
funny.
in terms of what you can see, you know everything that I've already told you. Obviously, all I'll tell you is I'll reiterate the point that you seem to have ended the existence of the zombie, the undead creature, when it was thrown into the pit, and then it reanimated as it came to. You can see in the pit there's evidence of sort of cloth clothes, bits of sort of flesh torn off all around, as if things have been thrown in and then subsequently emerged out. It does appear bottomless. As you have a look, you can grab a stone and throw it in. I mean, your perception of 25, your stone lands right in the middle and just disappears into this purple ether, and then you don't hear a sound at the bottom at all. But also looking around, you don't necessarily see anything the same shape or size that's solid that would cover it. The only thing would be a wall of one of the buildings that you're near to, either the priest's room that you're next to, or the chapel itself.
So what you're saying is we need to blow up the chapel to cover the hole.
Yeah.
Can I try like peering through this window that's kind of facing out into the hole and seeing and having a look inside the chapel?
Yeah, sure. So inside the chapel, the once beautiful main area of the chapel is littered with broken furnishings and splintered chairs. The stained glass windows have all been smashed, though one remains mostly intact where it's fallen whole to the floor. It depicts a representation of the god Torm placing a golden helm on the head of a man kneeling before him. Out of the shadow... Oh no, we've done that bit, yeah. So this is something that you have seen before. This is the rumours of the helm of Torm site, sort of an object, a holy object that was given to a follower of Torm in a bygone age. But there's nothing else in the main chapel room. Just to the north, just here, you can see curtains that seem to be, as the wall carries round, you would guess there's a circular chamber possibly in the centre there.
I mean, maybe we should take a look inside, see if we can't find anything in there that'll help us out. I don't think anything that's coming out of that pit's much of a threat right now.
Seems fair. Let's go in the which building do we want to go in first? Do you reckon the little one or the big one?
We've had a little look in the little
Although
one.
we've been the little one, haven't we? That's where the whole ship. Yeah.
Little
In that
one?
case, is that a door I see, Dave?
Yeah, there's the main
around the
doors
front.
here. These are windows. These are mostly shattered, so you could probably go through there, to be honest with you.
I'll go and have a peek through.
Okay, so well, if you want to make your way around to the front, then what I'll give you is so as before, this is mostly in tatters and ruins. The intact glass windows on the floor there. I'm just going to take Kuraz into the room, Josh, as you look around. Oh, it's on. Wait a minute. One second. I can change that vision. Hey, there we go. There we go. So you can see round the side. Here is another curtain into, again, what looks like this central circular room. Beyond here, you can see the smashed remnants of fine furniture and the remains of a stained glass window are strewn across this area as well. Sections of one huge stained glass window remains intact. Have I just read that to you? No, I haven't. Sections of one huge stained glass window remain intact, enough so that its subject can be made out. The window once portrayed Lathander standing amid fallen soldiers, holding his hands aloft as the spirits of the dead rise to stand at his side. As you move further round into this room, all of you sense something unnatural. And it's only now that you're sensing it does it become clear that something has been wrong all along. It goes without saying that while you're in hell, you're not feeling yourself. And as you come round this crest... What was that, Downey?
I said, when no one's been looking, I've been feeling myself.
Thank you, Mark.
Not in real life. Not in real life.
Mate, we've got hours of video proof of you whacking off in front of D&D. I mean...
on YouTube as well, it's great.
Genuinely flattered, but, you know, you've got to stop doing that shit. As you come round the corner, this over prevailing sense of evil seems to disappear, and it's as you look at this sort of what looks like this minor shrine to Lathander, the Morning Lord, seems to have cleared your head. So any effects that you've had from being in Avernus, Lewis and Sammy, seem to wash over you, and you appear to be more yourselves. However briefly, you're aware of the effects of Avernus and what it can do to you now.
Lovely jubbly.
Well, shit. Should we have killed that bloke?
Yeah.
Why not?
Right. Okay. What I'm going to do... let's do it as fair as possible. Let's have a D4.
Let's do
it. It's... Lewis, it's Mephiston seems to be drawn as this sort of... this weight seems to be lifted off your shoulders as you realise, wait, you know, things were going bad. That, you know, this place is changing me. Things weren't right. As you're drawn towards this, what looks like a shrine of Lathander, the Morning Lord, and it's almost as if the gods of light are wanting to aid you specifically. Is there anything that Mephiston would be doing about that?
I don't know. I think he'd kind of be torn a little bit at the minute because he's got his own beliefs, hasn't he, in what he believes in and things.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah.
So I think almost as he's kind of looking at it and walking towards it, he's almost like rolling his copper piece through his fingers. I mean, he's open to listening. He's always open to listening, but whether he chooses to act on anything that's presented in front of him is his choice alone, or that's what he believes.
Okay. Well, this wave now passes to the rest of you as well, as you realise that perhaps offering something, offering a prayer to the gods of light, to Lathander specifically, might grant you a boon in this rare holy place in Avernus.
I'll do it. I'll happily say a little prayer. Say a prayer full of thunder. Yeah.
Thanks for the sing song as well, Mark. Would you make a religion check for me, please?
Religion? Oh no.
So the other thing that you can see is round the corner there is a third curtain, which definitely now leads into the central chamber.
14.
Okay, so what does it look like as you're sort of offering a supplication to Lathander then, Mark?
I think I just got using these classic sort of Christian prayer gesture. Said, bless us in this unholy place. Something along those lines. Okay.
So what the rest of you now see is this from the stained glass that's not on the floor. This light emanates upwards, and it seems to contact with Nosgrond and makes his head glow briefly. And then his head seems to be lifted up, and as he's down on his knees, he's almost sort of supernaturally lifted up ever so slightly as the glow surrounds you. And then a glaive appears in front of Nosgrond. If Nosgrond was to have a glaive from Lathander the Morning Lord, what do you think it would look like, Mark?
What's his symbol? It'd be a sort of crescent or half. It's not moon though, is it? It's the Morning Lord.
Yeah.
I'd have to think
In a
about
spaghetti.
It would look magical.
that is true. However, but I would imagine then that the where the blade meets the shaft at the tip. Tip. Sorry.
And he's doing the hands. He's doing the hands.
Now my brain's going to sleep. Would be like a sun, sort of, with the rays, wavy rays, and then it's sort of like a curved, golden-looking blade on a sort of would have to be some sort of irony, woody looking thing.
Yeah, should we make it iron, Mark? I like the sound of that.
Yeah, okay.
With sort of leather straps at appropriate angles so you can sort of properly spin it around and all that kind of business.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So that now appears in front of Nosgrond as you sort of see him take his meaty orc hand out, and as you grab hold of it, this thing is as light as a feather as you spin it and replace it from the one that you had previously. That's a glaive +2 that you can now equip. Mark.
Thank you. And that means, Josh, you can re-enchant your armor, give yourself the bonus again whenever you don't. So you were helping me out.
Come on.
Josh chose to treat us all with a flex. Thank you, Josh.
You guys earned it.
I'll look at this, glaive. I'll spin it around, give it a few, go through a little kata with it, and just turn around to this. Says, "Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, do this. Yeah, ask for divine intervention. This thing's ace." And I'll sort of move out of the way so other people can.
The divinity in the area seems to have now moved on. The glow and the feeling has now left.
Oh,
I just look at Nosgrund and be like, I was enjoying that.
Sorry. I just felt obliged.
I was reading. I can't speak now.
Was it me?
I was speaking.
Wasn't me.
No.
It's that comment earlier on about the taking trousers off and stuff. It's really thrown him off.
It's thrown me off kilter.
And then he saw those hands.
It's the fact that I've planned it out that was disturbing the most. Still blame you, Mark.
Sorry.
So you've got the back door leads directly out to where you've been before. All you've got left in this main building is this sort of curtained area in the centre.
Well, before running there, I'm actually going to have to grab more food. I shall return.
Oh, boom!
I was going to say, maybe as...
That's the worst Mark game he's ever done.
It is.
I'm going to grab more food.
I think maybe as Nosgrund was saying his prayer, Perez would have had tried to have a very sneaky peek behind the curtains.
Okay, no problem. Which one would you be looking through?
So it's kind of this back room where we were feeling the nice sanctuary. So probably this back curtain, that I wouldn't have strayed too far. Just kind of while Nosgrund's kneeling, I'd just grab one side of the curtain and just lift it gently and kind of look through.
Okay, so you can see the 3 curtained archways connect to this central cylindrical chamber. shattered wardrobes and dressing tables, as well as a number of smashed mirrors, suggest that this was once where priests prepared for their daily services. Spiral stairs lead down. These stairs are guarded by 2 creatures with insectoid features, each one armed with a wicked trident. They appear to be guarding the stairs leading down. And what I'll do, I'll remove the vision block, so you should be able to... what I'll do, I'll remove it from all 3 curtains. Right, if you reset your token to 0 then, Josh.
Token.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so what you can see... This is delicate work. Oh, let's do it one at a time. Just here are these insectoid creatures, and they appear to be guarding the entrance to this central circular staircase leading down. They don't seem to have noticed you.
Excellent. Okay. I would turn back to the others and say, in here, there seems to be a staircase that leads down. I wonder if it's somehow connected to the pit outside. Currently, it's guarded, but I think if we were to move around, we might be able to take at least one of the well, there's 2 guards. We might be able to at least take one of them out pretty quickly, and then it'll be easy pickings on the last one. But we need to be quiet.
I'll stay until you've done your stealthy bit. I better stay where I stay put because I'm disadvantaged, boy. So I can stay. I can stay here till you signal, and then just pile in.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Maybe
And then I'll.
something-
You what? Sorry.
No, go on.
I'll then turn to them and say, "Come with me."
If you want to live.
If you want to live. And then I'll start to kind of like quietly creep round to the other side, right by where, like, basically just stopping outside the curtain of where the insectoids are.
Okay. Nothing. Make a stealth roll then, Josh. Who's going with Kuraz? Who's staying where? I'm going to put Grismore suggesting that he will go here and stand in support when you're ready. As soon as he hears any action, he's going to step in and.
I was going to say,
I'd be by him. I'd be by Grizz over there then.
Right.
I could try out this insightful fighting.
Yeah.
So I make an inside check against a creature that I can see that isn't incapacitated, and it's contested by their deception check. So if I succeed, I can use sneak attack against the target, even if I don't have advantage on the roll.
Sure, no problem. So what, and it's almost comedic as you're setting out this plan. You see Kuraz saying, "Right, come with me," and then he trips over a table, and then there's an almighty clamour, and it's would Kuraz swear, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd just be kind of quite blasé about it after making a racket. He'd probably start.
So if I may then, Josh, I'll take liberties with Kuraz, and it's like, well, I'm still going to fucking stand over here, and I don't care if they've conservated me. And he's just like trudging around. But nothing changes. Everything stays the same. They're stood virtually next to Kuraz, but because you're the other side of the curtain, they don't seem to be moving. So Grizz and Nuzgrond are in place. Mephiston, I'm guessing Lewis is where he wants to be. Where did you want Zorchar to go round to then, Sammy? Or stay?
I might as well just go on that corner.
Okay.
So,
So, is this all on Kuraz then? Are you?
Yeah.
Well.
My thinking was, I should have stated this before we split up. My thinking was, if someone was to essentially like grab the curtain for me and like whip the curtain down, that I might then be able to like almost like surprise, like a surprise attack, and like take the one out closest to the wall, maybe even like bash him down the stairs.
Okay, so do we want to readjust now? Because that sounds like it would be best. Well, I mean, I'll leave it up to you. Where does everyone want to position that?
It's cool either way. If people want to stay where they're at, I think we'll be all right either way.
I'm disadvantaged on strength, I think, at the moment still.
No.
Okay, so as you pull the curtain back, then Josh, you'd have to sort of pull the curtain back yourself, sort of flip it back with your shield as you run forwards with your mace out. What we'll do is we'll roll initiative at this point.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you made it mad. Wow, look at me.
Roll it,
16, that's
roll
my
it.
best initiative for some time.
And now my brain doesn't want to work. Where's my token?
You found it, Sammy? You good? Yeah. Okay. So, let's have a look. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. So what's going to happen? You all hear the signal as Kuraz, you're attempting a surprise round, a surprise attack to force this thing down. Because of your stealth roll, I'm not going to give you a surprise round. But as you thrust the curtains open, the rest of you do likewise. However, these two insectoid creatures, they are fiends as a general classification, but you don't recall reading anything about these particular fiends when you did your research on devils at Candlekeep. And you're not entirely sure that they're demons either. So these are possibly a different type of fiend. And as Kuraz, as you whip the curtain back, these bug eyes, these red bug eyes, swivel towards you as one takes his trident and spins it towards you. But from behind him, from downstairs, from this spiral staircase, an almighty clatter makes itself known to you.
Oh dear.
As coming up the stairs now, you can clearly make out a demonic scorpion. This thing is huge with warts and pustules and spines and spikes all over it. And behind it, you can see a small pack of dretch. These are demons. These are the lowest caste of demon kind, formed by the very bowels of Abyss itself. Demons have invaded the lower reaches of this sanctum. As it stands, Sammy and Mephiston, you cannot make out these demons coming up, but you can hear a clatter coming from up the stairs. My question in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, from Grismore's perspective, he will say over to Mephiston and Zorchar, he will say, demons. Oh, fucking Grismore. He'll say, demons are coming from down below.
Stop it when I've got my mouth full of Doritos. It's going to make me die.
I'm not going to stick anything on the end of that one, Mark. That's what she said. So the last thing that you notice, Josh, as Kuraz, as you go to swing, these bug eyes as they swing towards you, they hear this cacophony of demons, and there's this red glow in these eyes, and they're not concentrating on you, even though you're about to cave one of the heads in, and they both turn towards this other demonic force, and they look as if they're going to rush towards the demons and attack. So this is the situation when we start the combat, and Mark Nuzgrond is first to react.
So I'll pile in.
So you've seen all this as well, Mark?
Yeah. Wicked. So let me get me two. I can't get me toucan to move. Oh, it's because he's Grismore. I'm trying to move. That's not very good, is it? Right. Okay. So we've got the little lads here. He's going to stand here. Go straight in.
So these two creatures now have turned away from you. They know you're there. They've seen you coming through. Their bug eyes are swung towards you, but they're not making any offensive act towards you. In fact, they've levelled their tridents towards this scorpion as it approaches.
Right. I reckon what we do with these then is we let them fight with us and get hit instead of us. Then hopefully they'll die naturally in combat without us having to think about it. But otherwise, we can dispatch them later.
Okay, so is that your turn then?
I am going to hold an action to see if, in case anything comes at me, so to speak.
Any bonus action?
I will. Oh, should I? No, I'm not going to rage yet.
Here's the thing, Mark, because D&D 2024 is just around the corner.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, the bits that I do know about the new classes, I am going to incorporate. What I can tell you about the barbarians is they've decided that as a bonus action, you can continue your rage. So if you're not meeting the criteria of taking damage or attacking or know all the other things, that you can just use your bonus action to continue your rage.
Right, wicked.
But if you don't want to do it now, if you don't think it's
well, there's what can we see any? Can I see from where I am anything coming up the stairs other than a scorpion?
You can. You can take a. I mean, if I stick your token there briefly, thanks. Because
the scorpion, it's big and scary. Right, wicked. So I'll stay there because I can still hit things from that, but I will rage.
Okay.
And that'll be I'll just hold, see if anything comes near me.
Sure. So Zorchar, now your go, Sammy, as you hear from Grismore that demons are coming. You feel 10 minutes, 20 minutes ago when you were reading that book in the priest's chamber, your hand starts gripping on your dagger or your bow or whatever you're holding, and you feel the rage coming, not towards these two insectoid creatures, but towards the demons. However, what would you like to do?
I was going to say, would it also be towards this fiendish sort of scorpion that is coming through, or is it just the demons?
It seems to be there's the mention of this demonic scorpion and the dretch. That's got your heckles up.
I am going to take my bow and hold my action for when I can see them from where I am by the curtain.
Okay. Any movement, any bonus action, anything else?
No.
Okay. Right. This is where the Dungeon Master needs to make lots of rolls that don't involve any players. So the first dretch, these small sort of monkey type creatures, long four paws with this sort of drooling more big ears, just a pure chaos incarnate. lurches forward and attacks the other fiend. So it tries to claw it and bite it and misses both times. Okay, righto. As the next one steps forwards. So these are within range of Nuzgran now. In fact,
I've got to hit it before it can hit me. Mind you, yeah.
What I'll do, Sammy, because you didn't have line of sight of anything there. If you sort of stood here, you can actually see this Dretch shambling into line of sight now as well.
Okay.
So we'll go with Mark first if you want to strike out for this Dretch.
If it gets in range, I'm going to hit it in first.
Okay.
Yeah, put me rage ability thing on. Forgot about that. Right, sorted. Sure, here we go. Now I'll just make it normal. I don't think I can do reckless with a reaction. I hope that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
11.
Is that with rage then?
Yes, I've only rolled a 3. Plus 8 now with that blow.
Wow. Still not bad. Okay, and then Sammy, if you want to roll for your reaction. 25 hits. Oh, come on.
Would I also get sneak attack on that as well?
I'm quite happy for you to have sneak attack on that, Sammy, yes.
Wow. Wow.
Nice. So a total of 15 points of damage. So as this demonic creature appears, it does drive you wild with rage as you take it down. How does it die, Sammy?
As I fire my crossbow, my short bow, it just goes straight through the side of its head with it from ear to ear, gushing out with CSS fluid and just blood, and yeah, drops like a sack of potatoes.
Nice.
The cerebral fluid never hurt anyone.
Spinal fluid. Okay, so your turn then. Lewis, Mephiston's up.
So we don't know what these creatures are yet, these insectoid things. Fighting the demons.
You know what? You would, given your pact. These are Yugoloths. So these are they're not the devils. I always explain this to you. I like to over-explain. So you've got the nine hells where devils come from. You've got the abyss where demons come from, and then you've got other parts of the lower planes. So Gehenna would be the one that springs to mind. Are Yugoloths. It's a third type of fiend. These are more of a mercenary, fiendish type. And that's what these are. They're Yugoloths, not devils or demons.
Okay. Can we try and communicate with them?
Sure. Yeah. Anything you want.
I mean, I can speak Abyssal or Infernal.
It'll be Infernal.
Well, they're from a different plane, aren't they? Did you say different plane?
Yes, yeah, these
Oh,
are
no idea.
these are very much from a different plane.
So would it be worth probably trying to speak to him in like Abyssal or something? I'll try an Abyssal first, because if they don't understand it, they're just going to shrug their shoulders at me, aren't they?
Sure.
And could I try and like communicate to them to say something along the lines of, "We'll help you defeat the demons if you help us defeat the demons," almost in that kind of fashion.
Okay, so in response, the one nearest to you, and it's sort of a clicky language, but quite jowsy, is Abyssal. So, and the response comes back in Abyssal. Agreed for this fight, and then we will discuss terms.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes, I'm happy with that. I'll nod and agree. I'll relay it while I'm fighting and just basically say to the group they're agreeing to help us take these down. But then there's some conditions at the end if we win.
Okay, so that's free then. That's not an action or anything, Lewis. That's
Okay.
that can all be happening while you're getting ready to have your turn.
I mean, the only one I can really see from my position at the minute is the Dretch D. So my hex is still up, isn't it? Because it's 8 hours now, or has it been?
Yes,
8 hours?
mate. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Can I bonus action hex on Dretch D, please?
Absolutely.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yes, he can, Mark. You're not in charge of this game, thank you.
I'll throw an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
22 to hit.
22 hits, yeah.
11
Check his stat bar.
plus 1 to 12.
Okay, so that is necrotic and force, 12 damage. Okay, that's a solid hit. It's not enough to take it down. Not quite.
I'll fire another one at it then.
Oui.
12 to hit.
12, yes, does hit.
Sound. 14. Plus...
Come on, roll a 6, mate. Come on.
Oh, 1.
Oh.
However,
15.
that's enough to kill that one. How does that one die?
I think after Mephiston's had his little chin wag and spat at everybody, you just see him almost kind of launch the first Eldritch Blast, followed by an underhanded, almost lobs it up like that. So as it hits it like that, it looks up and then he launches.
Wow. Wicked.
Nice. We've had. I'll move on in a second. Does anyone know what we've got? We've had a Jenny Cakey, which is in a wicked name on Twitch. Why haven't you set up customized panels on your channel? What's a customized panel?
I don't know.
Is
Well,
it that little thing at the bottom of our screens which basically says who we are? What characters we're playing?
I reckon that's
If she's
probably
out there, let's let Dave know.
Yeah,
I don't.
and how do you do it?
And,
Do
do you get a free sausage sandwich? That's what I'm most interested in.
might just be a little Photoshop lobby.
So here's the question of the night for you: sausage sandwich, brown or red?
Brown.
Brown.
Red.
I believe Tom would say red.
Red's on a bacon. If it's just bacon, it's got to be red. If it's just sausage, it's got to be brown. And if it's bacon and sausage, it could be either.
No, bacon and sausage, you cover it with egg.
Well, if there's an egg involved, it's got to be brown for me.
Bacon, egg, and brown is a joy.
Yeah,
sometimes
that's a good combo.
I'm not a fan of red, to be honest with you. I like spice. I'd rather have some kind of like spicy firecracker sauce rather than red.
For me, with sausage sandwich, it's doorstep bread and splash, not tomato sauce. Splash.
Ooh, splash, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, wait. Kuraz, it's your turn. I'm interrupting the whole game, so Josh can't have a go. Sorry.
That's okay. I think so. Yeah, so Kuraz would have come in, would have been about to crack this guy over the back of the head with his mace, and then kind of almost like as he hears that clatter, he would like freeze up. And then as this kind of like scorpion, do you say the scorpion was a devil?
Demon.
I think.
A demon. Okay.
It's a
As the
demon.
scorpion demon kind of comes up the stairs, it almost like it like still just stay frozen, and then his eyes would kind of like widen as if and you just see like rage kind of fill him. And then as the arrow kind of shoots past and Mephiston's Eldritch Blast come through as well, it kind of like snaps back, and then he's literally I'm gonna try and like run straight past these two, and I'm gonna go for a breath attack. So gonna run straight through, do this like, and then basically everyone else that can't see me will just hear this like roar, kind of like rattling through the room, and then I'm gonna go for. I'm going to go for enervating breath. So each creature in the coma succeed on a con saving throw or become incapacitated until the start of my next turn. Sorry.
Ooh,
That's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, how big's your cone? Hey.
Oh, this is
Hey, mind your own business. 15 feet.
Oh, I did. I can't lie to you. I did enjoy that one. 15 feet. So that, for my money, covers that whole stairway.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Con save. What's your DC?
Con save, DC 14.
Okay, I'm going to go top to bottom with the dretches. 14 con save.
Yep.
Okay. 8. 11. What was your DC?
14.
14. The nearest one to you rolls a 14. And then
What?
the demonic scorpion. 20.
That's okay. They'll still take damage.
They take damage as well.
I believe so. Yeah.
Isn't it one or
It's
the
like
other?
you have that. Replace one of your.
Hamsters.
with my trousers.
It's the breath weapon.
In your Russian egg.
Oh, welcome, Sammy. Welcome.
When you take the attack action on your turn, you can replace one attack with a 15-foot cone breath weapon, and then they have to make the dex save.
Oh, maybe it is one or the other. Maybe that's like an extra.
Yeah, it's dex saves for your damage, and then
And then there's a metallic breath weapon, which then I can either pick repulsion breath or innovating breath. But
okay.
Repulsion breath.
But it wouldn't do the damage as well. It's just one or the other.
Think so.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then I am going to bonus action. I'm going to bonus action Searing Smite onto my mace. I can't.
Painful.
It's first level spell. I have no slots. Second level. Second level Searing Smite on my mace.
That's your bonus
that's
action.
the next time. Yeah, so then the next time I make a melee attack, that'll kick in.
Gotcha. So you're
Remember
concentrating on that.
Yes, sir.
Ready.
And that is my turn.
Wicked. So just remind me of the effect that it has on the two that failed.
The two that failed are incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Wicked. That's so good, mate.
They're just like writhing around, like kind of in the acid that just spewed out my mouth.
Yeah. So Dretch B is going to try and attack you, however, as it charges forwards. The bite attack rolls well, 20.
Misses.
AC 21. Here we go. And
Bosh.
Claw is 20 as well. Both miss.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, Mezoloth B. He now steps in front of. He seems to be moving in tandem with Kuraz. Now that you've. What I'll say from a narrative perspective is he looks like he steps forwards, and then you can see just as you're about to release this breath. I'm going to say that you don't make any indication that you're going to do it, but he instinctively knows what you're about to do, and he stops, waits for the breath, and then charges forwards. And he's going to make his attacks against the scorpion, which will be 2 attacks. Let's try it. So first of all, it tries to claw forwards. Hits. Damage, and then so that's 10 plus.
Sorry, buddy.
Okay, so that's damage from the Mezoloth. Mezoloth A is kind of stuck. Let me just double check the trident. It's not a 10-foot pole. No, you know what he's going to do? Because he can. He is going to take his action to teleport, and he appears here. So Dretch A is incapacitated, so is C. The scorpion he's going to attack the Mezoloth in front.
Doing yeah.
2 scores. Okay, 1 hit. Miss. Ooh, miss. So the Mezoloth next to you takes a claw, but he's nimbly dodging out of the way. And you see this stinger in the back sort of lunge forwards as the claw tries to grab him, but he moves out of the way and it doesn't contact. Takes us to Nuzgrand, top of the round again.
It's okie dokie. So I'm going to move forward into the thick of it. Get to there.
Into the thick of it.
And the one that's right in front of me, the one that's on the most, I want to just unload on his face.
Really?
The Dretch, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sticky Dretch.
And I'm going to go. There's a lot of things could attack me though. Do I go? Sod it. I'm going reckless.
Always go reckless, Mark.
Right. So first attack. 28. Damage is 14.
Nice.
Second
Not quite
attack.
enough to kill it in one.
Oh, rubbish. Second attack. 17.
17 hits.
Max damage.
Nice. So how does the Dretch die?
That's going to be. I think it'll be. He's got his new. Looks super sharp and a little bit sunny, glowy, goldy. Just going to be. It is really sharp, and it's just going to slice him straight into, I say, a bisection of this sort of area, and it's going to go.
Yeah, it does.
And it is actually to do that.
Well, it's going to go, and then his right arm falls to the ground. But then the demonic ichor bubbles out of it as these demons, when they die, the ichor, this black pus, sort of appears from their pores, and then they drop to the ground, and the ichor is left there. Go on, Mark, Karen.
Right. Then the other one. The other. Can I get to this? Can I move to get to the scorpion? I didn't use my full move.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Right, I don't know if there's. Am I right on somebody's face there? I am, aren't I?
No, you're fine. I'll tell you what I'll do, Mark. If you just let go of your token a second, if I take you off snap to grid, I can just move you there. That's all right.
Yeah, sound, that's spot on. And the scorpion's going to get the butt of the new thing. Yeah, the backside, so to speak.
Go for it. Yeah.
So here we go. 28. And
28.
this is going to be +2 to this because it's not going to take into account the glaive. So 7, 8. That's 9 total.
Indeed. Is that 10?
That's turn.
Okay, so Zorchar, you're kind of out of the mix now. Then you've got this wall in front of you with a spiral staircase going down. You can't see over.
I was going to say, am I correct in saying I can use my movement? I can use dash to move even more, and then I can use an action.
Correct. Yeah, you can bonus action dash as your rogue feature. Yeah. Cunning action, bonus action. Yeah.
Cunning action. So I would like to move. So I'll move my 30. 30. And then cunning action. Step over the dead thing.
Spank the obligatory scone, I should.
And then I will use my short bow again.
Sure.
On the scorpion.
Go for it. Spank the obligatory scone. There you go. 17 hits. And it stood next to Nuzgron, so you do get your sneak attack.
Boop.
9 plus
8.
17. Oh shit. I rolled initiative for it again. Balls. I've not done that. Donkeys. I used to do that all the time accidentally. Right, so what was this initial initiative was 2. Initiative 10. No, it's not. It's 2. So initiative, that's 2. Okay. So is that turn for Zorchar?
That is turn for me.
Zati's turn. Mephiston then, Lewis, you're up.
Yeah. Right. I suppose I'm going to have to get in now.
Yeah, everything's kind of happened. I didn't have a go for Grismore either. Never mind. Grismore, true to form, is outside and he's halfway through a lecture.
It's very little I can do, to be honest, because I can't actually see anything. I might just use my extra bit as a bit of dash movement and then just take my turn at that, potentially.
Seems fair. It's a shame, mate. Yeah,
Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I'll probably like to use the extra movement and go there as part of my action. That's me.
Yeah. Okay. Kuraz.
Yeah. Let's fucking finish this. I am gonna step next to Nuz and go for a big old smack with the mace.
Hey, you got Searing Smite still on.
Yeah, boy. Don't be silly, Josh. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so go for a big smack with the mace. 13 to hit.
13 misses, dude.
Nah. Can I use? I've got inspiration. Can I use inspiration, or do I have to call it before?
Would you believe the old rules state before the new rules, which I am aware, you can now do it afterwards.
So I could re-roll.
You can. The other thing that they're doing is they're letting you use inspiration for other rolls as well. I believe you can do them on hit dice, on damage dice, on anything that you want, and it's all retrospectively as well. So yeah, sure, why not? That's the new rules we need to get used to.
Thank you very much. Thank you. then I have to take the inspiration off my character sheet there. But let's just have a fucking sign of the pot, please. 18 to hit, Mr. DM.
Come on, Josh. Well done.
Okay. So, oh well, that's measly. 5 plus the damage from Searing Smite, which is 2d6. But 5 plus 7 for 12 total.
That's enough. How does it die?
Yeah. So you can almost see this like orange glow, like kind of encompassing my maze. I'm literally gonna like smack one claw as like a big explosion, just like knocks it clean off, and then backhand the other claw, do the exact same thing again, and then just straight down its head, and just another like one final like big explosion.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's all this demonic ichor erupts as your mace parts its chitinous, pus-ridden corpse in twain. First time I've ever said in twain. I enjoyed it.
In twain. Come on.
Mezzaloth B, they're still... Oh, no, because you've had your turn, so they're no longer incapacitated.
Yeah.
So let's take that feature off. The Mezzaloth that's next to you is, and it's sort of begrudging respect. Do you speak Infernal or do you speak Infernal, Josh? No, actually, do you speak
Infernal, yeah.
Abyssal?
I don't think I'd speak Abyssal, no.
Okay.
Just Infernal. And
So you hear this next to you. Just roll it. Just roll insight for me. With disadvantage. With disadvantage.
Okay. Can't remember how to do it on mobile, so I'll
hold it down.
And hold it. It just comes up with like customize when I hold the insight.
Oh, okay, just do it twice then.
Maybe that's like. Okay.
Ooh.
19 on the first one and 25 on the second.
So you get him from the sort of its shoulders and the look. It's sort of at the cock of his head. You think that's Abyssal for dude? Is it?
Dude.
Is it now? Charges forwards. He's impressed. He's impressed. So take class. 17 hits. 10. Yeah, 23. So 10. Doesn't quite cut it in half, but not far off. As the second Mezzaloth, he's going to attack that same one then. So first attack on the one that's already been injured. Ooh, misses. Does he miss? Does he miss? No, he hits. He does hit, actually. An 11 kills that one off. And goes for the second one. That hits. Okay, so one down. One dretch left. That takes us to its turn. It's going to try and just do some damage on the Mezzaloth. Misses first attack, just bounces off his chitinous armour. Yeah, so Nuzgrond, it's yours to finish the last dretch, if you wish.
Yeah, fully going in.
Or attempt to, I should say.
Yes. I'm going to go mental again. Sure. Here we go. Advantage. 23.
23 hits.
Damage. 13. Second attack.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
Damage. 14.
Nice.
that,
How does it die?
is it still standing? Or it's a big scorpion, isn't it? It's just going to spin the glaive, point straight down, smash.
Okay. So as you you'd have to. I'm just going to move you, Mark, because you would have. It was over there, so you sort of shoulder past these two Mesoloths. But they, well, I say shoulder past. They let you through as they see you charge. This orc charging forwards. As this dretch turns into Ica, these two Mesoloths now look back over their shoulder, and they who can speak Abyssal?
Me.
Certainly not me.
No, I've only got Infernal.
Okay. Oddly, Grismore can. But the other one, the one that seems to be the spokesman is the one that's injured, Mesoloth B. As it turns to you all, it can tell that Kuraz didn't understand it when it spoke in Abyssal, so it's going to switch to Infernal. So Zorchar, Kuraz, and Mephiston can all speak Infernal, I believe.
Yeah.
Nothing for you, Mark?
Now I speak Orcish. That's it. What common?
Right. So what's going to happen, because they do have a telepathy feat as well, so that it'll speak in Infernal, but as it speaks, you get this sort of this click in your head as it telepathically tells you what it's saying, and it will turn to you. Mostly, I tell you what they'll do. The first thing he'll do is it'll say, "I suggest we meet in the circular room upstairs."
Okay.
Yeah, and they both sidle. They both sidle into that room, and stand where they were before, as if they're on guard next to the stairway. So if you move yourself into the centre of the room, just in case anything goes wrong here, what we'll do is I'll take us out of initiative order. I'll get rid of the bodies as they've turned to demonic ichor anyway. And these two Mesoloths now will say to you, our task was appointed by Gideon. Gideon, our master, made us an offer to fight demons. Demons invaded. Have you seen Gideon? Have you seen our master? And he will describe to you the undead creature that you killed outside.
Yeah. Yes,
No,
we
no.
have.
No.
Could we?
This-
We're gonna have to tell them the truth. I think, like, Mephiston will almost kind of say, "Yes, we have met him rather. He attacked us, and we eliminated him."
Yes, certainly did.
So there's a momentary pause as the two of them, their sort of insectoid heads, turn towards each other as they look towards Mephiston, and it's almost as if one of them now sniffs, and he will say, "Well, our pact was to destroy demons. There may be more below. We will guard here while you investigate."
Fair play. Well,
So I think my question would be: how are you still keeping your pact if the person that you made the pact with is now dead?
The pact money was exchanged. Money has gone to home.
And where is home?
Gehenna. Which is this separate plane in the lower plane.
Well, if you say your pact is to kill demons, standing here isn't going to fulfill that. Why don't you come with us instead?
Interesting. Let's have a persuasion roll on that one then, Josh.
+0. It's a nice little flat roll. And it's a 7.
You wanted to come, it will cost you. Our fee 500 gold each.
500 gold each.
Surely you're
just
already
laugh.
being paid for killing demon scum.
You killed our
Fraction.
employer. That is now null and void. If you wish to enter a new bargain, you pay 500 gold each.
You said that the money had already been sent home. You'd already been paid.
Rafty
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, we were paid,
Got a
but the
hard
person
bargain.
that paid us is now dead. Now we must enter a new bargain.
How about you get to kill your fill of demons as Lorchar here said, and you can take half of whatever we find down there. Which, in a place like this, I'll be like looking around at like the broken tables and shit. You never know what you might find. There might be some good stuff down there. I'm just like trying to like not laugh as I'm saying it.
The other one, not the spokesman. So you can hear this sort of sneer, and he bends down and picks up half a holy symbol, and he just throws it across the room. No deal.
Ah, well, that was our half anyway.
So we just kick them
Fine.
in.
Yeah, suit
Nice.
yourselves. How much gold do we have in the party inventory?
Not 1,000.
I think they're being incredibly cheeky for asking after seeing us in action. So I feel to either leave them be or batter them to death brutally.
What would they accept other than money?
From what you know about Uglots, they are mostly sort of these Mesoloths anyway. They're mostly mercenaries. If they die in another plane of existence other than their own, they're just reformed back in Gehenna. So they're fearless warriors, and they would only take gems, gold, perhaps a magic item or two. But these aren't particular. They're not soul hunters like devils are. They're not just mad idiots like demons are. They're very mercenary.
Okay. I think like Mephiston's basically going to go, well, it's your loss then. The spoils that I heard of from what was his name, Gideon. The spoils mentioned in Gideon's book that are down here are all ours then, aren't they? Take care. And then Mephiston almost like kind of just tried to walk past them.
Okay. Was this like a sort of an attempt to goad them into actually joining you, or are you sort of dismissively? Yeah, you were. Go on then. Do you want to roll deception for that then?
Yeah, why not? I've not done reception for a while.
Underpants.
Oh, 13. It's fine.
Yeah, you can see they look towards each other as they flip back to Abyssal, and you can hear one say, well, what do you think? And the other one goes, no, let's stay here. Let's stay here for now. Yeah, so as you skirt past them, they do stand guard, and they turn back away from you, looking outside as if they are going to guard the stairway. Okay, so you going down?
Is it worth
Yes,
looking at
sir.
anything salvageable in the room?
There's
Stuff?
everything's wrecked. Everything is destroyed. There's absolutely nothing of value left. Okay, how are we doing for time? 10 o'clock. Let's go a little bit further then, yep.
I really wanted
Wow.
to do a bit of role play with them, a little bit like they did in 4. He goes, "My name's Croak. This is Jip. He's a bug."
Piss off, Ghost.
This is why you need to employ a dungeon master instead of me having doing it. Right. Do us a favour, Josh. Just hang fire a second. Just grab your token.
Oh yeah.
What I'll do is copy and then knock my mic and then stick you down here.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Hold up. Why has that done that? Oh no. Bear with me a second.
Not a problem, lad. Not to worry about.
There we go. That's better. So as you descend down the stairs, you enter a workshop. This workshop appears to be where priests and acolytes prepare dead bodies for final interment. The place has been ransacked with knives, saws, piping, and tubes littering the floor. Acid and embalming fluids pool everywhere amid a field of shattered flasks and jars. It has been clearly and thoroughly ransacked, and there is nothing left in this room that's salvageable. There does, however, appear to be tracks stepping through this embalming fluid and acid. What do you want to do?
I'll have been keeping my rage up, Dave, by the way. You're using me,
Yeah.
Meantime.
Yeah. I think, how long is it? Is it a minute maximum?
Actually, yeah, it only lasts for a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that will be gone. Never mind. Worth a try.
I'd like to look at said tracks.
Yeah, that would be a survival, please.
Okay. Natural 20.
Okay, so
Fine.
you can see demon tracks in the detritus, but you can also see booted humanoid tracks moving down the stairs and going through the door to the north.
There be some booty down here.
Nice.
Nice. Well, that's a demon, and it seems there's someone with them, or something humanoid either way.
Yeah, there's sort of three or
go
four,
in?
maybe 5 humanoid footprints moving around. Booted
Oh.
footprint.
Okay. Movie footprint. Well, I mean, we've come this far. Do we want to head in?
Yeah, defo.
Okay, let's remove that
Uh,
one for you then. Okay, that one should be open. Let's do it with. So it is completely pitch black down here as you descend, which has just reminded me. So those, how are we doing for dark vision and what not?
I do have
I have
dark
dark
vision.
I've got it.
Yeah, Grizz doesn't. Has he got light? No.
Just look at that model. That is absolutely awesome.
That's it.
You know what I mean? innit?
Does look cool. That's your 30k stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they always look good.
They're a bastard to build, though, 30k models are.
Aren't they?
Yep.
Were me. Okay, boss.
Oh, and now I've got that whole Imperialis army to build as well. That's my second Imperialis army. I've got a whole Emperor's Children one. I'm going to do a Death Guard one now.
Death Guard, goodies or baddies?
That is.
They're chaos.
Yeah.
Are they?
They're the ones with all the tentacles and zombies and flesh. And...
Right. Yeah, because you hear some of the names of the chapters and you think, yeah, you're goodie or baddie. Okay, so yes, is anybody going to be able to supply light?
I've got a torch.
We've got torches. We've all got torches, I think.
Yeah, because I think Paul Grismore. Oh, he has got a torch. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's going to have to use a torch.
I know what we can do. We can set him on fire with some alchemist fire. He won't need a torch then.
Yeah.
I have a
Teach him.
hooded lantern.
Hey, that'll do. That'll do. So as you cast the light into the second chamber, you can see that it does actually go east and west. The tracks that you followed, the demon tracks, come from the west and through the doors up the stairs. The booted humanoid footprints seem to go to the east and then return going to the west. What do you want to do?
May as well continue to follow to the west then.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Sounds
Follow-
like speed.
Follow to the west? Yep.
Mhm.
So let's put you... Oh, I'll tell you what, let's give light... We got torch. Okay, so you can see that to the east, the chamber moves to the north. To the west, it appears to go both north and south from the second crossroads. Where do you wish to go from there?
Can we still see the prince?
Yeah, the prints seem to go north.
Shall we follow the prince? Seems logical to me.
To the north.
Carefully.
To the north. Okay, so as Grismore steps forward to the north, the chamber arcs round, and the walls, they're sort of like a dark, almost a black sort of material as they curve round. This is clearly under the chapel for interment. This is a sacred site. As the walls swing round to the west, an opening appears to the south, which leads to a huge chamber that's lined with funerary shelves along the stone wall, above 6 bare daises. Hold up, I'm giving you the wrong one. Yeah, so sorry. This one in the middle is the walls of this chamber are lined with funerary shelves, each set with dusty humanoid bones. Relics and holy symbols of Lathander, Torm, Helm, and Tyr have been set prominently on a number of shelves. And then as you look to the east, to the west, this is where you can see the large chamber with funerary shelves along the stone walls. are these 6 bare daises, creating a display of dusty humanoid bones rising from floor to ceiling.
A lot of bone.
The tracks continue into this larger chamber and follow north.
Could I check out those relics? Is there any weird vibes or energies coming from any of them?
No. This room here, as you're moving through, you can see that there seems to be sort of like a little niche with a collection of bones, and in that niche with the collection of bones is a holy symbol, either 1, 2, 3, or all of the collection of deities attached to El Chirel and this building specifically. But there's several of these. So you've got sort of dusty old bones with this holy symbol resting in this niche, and they're all around this chamber. Given your background for Curaz, you would guess that these would be the poorer of the congregation that have died and gone on to the next life in the upper realms, but they couldn't afford a decent burial or a proper interment, so they're sort of shoved into the corner, but dealt with as respectfully as their coin would allow.
Mm. Okay. And would we have any idea where that pit was relative to where we are now? Because my worry is we're going to get close to all those bodies, and then they're all going to spring to life on us.
You believe that as you went down the stairs, as you descend the stairs, the stairway, if you've got the full map up of where you are, the descending stairs are here. You would think that the pit's location would be possibly further to the south.
Okay. Okay. And the tracks are still heading north, though. They're heading,
Yes.
away from that direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I investigate these? I can't remember what you call them. These disc things.
Yeah, sure.
The dice.
So they're dices. This is the main ossuary. These are where the rich and the powerful would be interred. So similar to the cheap seats, they have holy symbols of various deities on them, but their bones, their remains, are dealt with in a far more decorative way. But there doesn't seem to be anything. There's from what you've seen and from what you see in front. Other than the holy symbol, which are basic holy symbols, there's no finery in there. There's no clothes. There's no jewelry. There's nothing left behind other than just the bones.
What that shit?
You were cakes.
What I'm going to ask for, again, because of the very nature of Zorchar, would you give me a perception check? I'm going to ask it with a disadvantage, please.
15.
Have a look. What's your passive? In fact, it would be versus your passive. Okay, yeah. You, as you start to investigate, the hairs on the back of your neck stand up as your inquisitive nature makes you turn to the north. And it's almost as if you can see a shadow flicker just out the corner of your eye, and as you turn round, you can see that Grismore is stood next to you with his torch. Could have been a trick of the light, could have been just the torch creating a shadow of something else, but it looked as if something went round the corner.
Can't find my token anywhere. Am I
Start
meant
with
to
me.
be able to? Ah,
Yeah.
I just saw something move. Am I zoomed out too much?
Can I make a motion to people who are near me and just say, I think something is up there?
Shall we sod it, let's go up there. Don't mind leading
Fuck some
away
shit up!
in Tinker's absence.
Okay, so let's take Grismore up. Light it up, light this shit up. So as you follow Zorchar's hunch to the north, the chamber carries round and goes back down to the south and spins back on itself. Where again, you're a little bit confused as to what may or may not have happened. The boot prints that you were following, they didn't go all the way north. They went into the chamber to the east here, and then carry north from there. This room, as you pass by, this area is set with cushions and low stools of brown oak. Above an empty dais, the wall is covered with a mosaic shaped from coloured chips of bone, artfully arranged to depict scenes of funerals, the migration of souls in the celestial realms. Lettering along the bottom of the mosaic reads, "Contemplate life. Death comes soon enough." There is another dais in this room, but this appears to be a meditation chamber of some description as it continues north. As you travel north, it comes to a closed door, and the humanoid footprints have carried all the way along and have entered that room there.
As we're travelling back up to go here, can I just stay at the back and keep my eye on what's going on behind me?
Yep, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, sure. So because I was okay, sure. So you can have another perception check then, Sammy, if you wish. It'll be just a normal roll. I was thinking how to do it, but it was your passive perception before. We'll go with a perception check now as you're looking.
Is it my passive wisdom? Sorry.
No, just a perception check. Normal
Straight up
perception check. Yeah. We'll go again with that.
23.
Okay. You once again catch a shadow move that you don't believe is part of a move where it shouldn't move. This time it's very close to you, and as you spin round, it disappears. Whatever was there.
Something foul's afoot, Willie.
We're being followed by spectres.
I don't like spectres at all. Can I just say that for the record? Let's hope it isn't them. I don't want to fight spectres
So we can't do
again.
shit.
Yeah. Oh. Ew.
Yeah, there's nothing more I can do except have the willies. And just say there is definitely something here with us.
It's an unpleasant start life.
So from
Make
what
it sound like a horror film.
from what you rolled a perception of 23. What I will tell you is, as this thing moved away from you, it only seemed to be quite small, smaller than the dretches that you've seen before, and you'd know a little bit of demonic culture. You'd know that it wasn't. They're not sophisticated enough to be able to turn invisible, but it doesn't seem like an incorporeal form that's sneaking up on you. It seems as if it's a smaller creature that has the ability to turn invisible, that seems to be stalking and keeping an eye on you.
Could it be an imp? No, they're demonic, aren't they? No, they're devilish.
They are deadly.
Hmm.
Or anything
Maybe
so
it's a jazz
small.
one.
What do you want to do?
I don't think there is anything I can do except try and grab out for it.
Oh.
Can I try and grab out for something that moves away that I cannot see?
No, is the short answer to that question. But here's the thing. So what I did is you had a perception check to see if you could see it, and that was versus its second stealth roll. You rolled higher than, but it then moved away from you. So
Did I see the direction it goes?
yeah, it went round the corner, and you saw it bounce off one of these cushions and went out of sight round the corner.
Can I go back here and make an investigation check on this general mess of chairs and such?
What are you trying to? Are you trying
Trying to see if I can see it.
That would be a perception then.
Perception again. Can I roll another perception?
You can roll another perception.
Roll. $17.
Okay. Okay. With 17, what I will tell you is, as you're looking, you're scanning around, once again, the hairs on the back of your neck stand up as you realise that this creature is trying to trick you, and it's currently standing against the wall behind you as you're looking forwards. You look up the corridor to Kuraz, and Kuraz has got this sort of curious expression on. He's shrugging as if not sure what you're doing, and he's looking directly at you and where this creature should be, but he clearly can't see it.
So
What do
I
you want to
know
do?
that it's behind me at this point.
Yeah.
Can I literally spin on my heels, turn and smash into where I believe it's going to be with my rapier?
Let's try. You can roll to hit with disadvantage.
12.
As you spin and bring your rapier to bear and slash and swipe, you hear almost this guttural click noise that you suspect is a giggle as it moves further away from you.
Shit manure cakes.
What was that?
Would we hear that down the corridor?
You heard that, and you've seen Zorchar swinging his rapier around.
I was just going, yeah, fucking little shit.
I just kind of like look at the door, almost like assuming that the noises come from Zorchar. Look at the door and be like, "We don't know what's behind this door. What are you doing?"
There's something following us.
Ah,
Well,
what's following us?
I haven't heard or
I
seen
keep
anything.
seeing the shadows. It tricked me to come here, and it was behind me, but I can't see it. And swing to win, but I still missed.
Oh.
Now the
You've been
fucker's laughing at
stealing
me.
Mephiston's drinks.
He's got drink.
Yeah.
Usually. He's got some. Too much. Did you see what the shadow looked like?
Just a black shadow, and it just makes my hair stand on edge. So I assume it's something
Yeah, that doesn't
demonic.
sound like anything nice, but then we've had a lack of nice things since we got here, just in general. So,
I mean, I'd say it's small.
that's
That
what
would
they
be
all
a little
say.
one way to
fucker.
put it.
They all say that. Shall we? I think it's going to have to be like, well, at least we're aware. Can we hear anything in the next room? Is that something that we check for?
It's yeah, you can. You can hear. You can hear what sounds like running water coming from. It's a close-fitting door, and it's almost as if it's sort of sealed to stop noise, but you can hear running water. And you can hear what sounds like someone moving around, splashing in the water.
It's not something about a fish so juicy sweet, is it?
So juicy, sweet.
I think maybe someone stealthy should have a look in there before we barge in, and with the louder ones of us can wait outside in case it goes tits up running.
I mean,
Are there any like? Sorry.
No, go on.
Are there any like fresh sets of prints going in now that he's been falling around? Is it just
Relatively fresh, the same as the prints that have been tracking this embalming fluid and acid. They are the human booted footprints. All of them are going through to the door to the east that you stood next to.
They're also like human and booted, or humanoid and booted.
Humanoid, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do they look like? Is it like a normal size boot print, or are they like kind of like
Normal?
Yeah, it's like these little small demons walking around with normal sized human feet.
Little toddler shoes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say I can
Okay,
always check the door.
Yeah. I say I'm disadvantaged stealth man, so
Okay.
Yeah, I've got disadvantage stealth as well.
Right, so
I am
Zorchar,
proficient.
yeah. So you're moving up to the door and you're going to sneak it
Yeah.
open if you want to roll stealth. Let's see how quietly you can do this.
29.
29 is very quiet.
Do I
So,
add anything because I'm proficient?
Yes.
29. So what I'm going to do is move your token to a position where you're at the front, and in front of you, that's Lazrith for some reason. Why is he there? Get rid of that.
Hello there.
I don't know why Lazrith was there. So, as you open the door is
Yes,
well
little
oiled
bastard!
and well maintained. Let me just check. Yeah. The door is well oiled and well maintained. A shallow meditation pool fills this room, set off from a broad landing edged by a low wrought iron railing. Wondrous frescoes along the wall depict souls gaining the blessings of Lathander, Torm, Helm, and Tyr. The frescoes on one wall have been twisted into abyssal forms surrounding a shimmering portal. The pool is littered with mutilated bodies of humans wearing the uniform of Baldur's Gate and Elturel. The swirling water of the pool roils with shadow, and it's shot through with patches of black ichor where demons have fallen here. An armoured man with shield slung over his back crouches among the bodies, writhing in pain. His eyes are closed and his hands clutch at a gold helm on his head, as if trying in vain to claw it off. Unintelligible words spill from his lips, some sounding faintly and solemn, while others resonate with a cruel, hissing, clicking, abyssal sound. So what I'll do, and what we'll finish with for this session, ladies and gentlemen, is I'll move you in here as you see the form of Ulder Ravengard writhing in agony, and it's beastly, otherworldly movement. As he jerks his head to the left, he seems to be speaking in this sort of heavenly, celestial voice, and it cricks and throws him around as he continues to speak in this abyssal form. And as he spins towards these mosaics on the wall, you can see the mosaics showing an abyssal landscape with what looks like a labyrinth going into the wall itself. And from this labyrinth, 3 large forms appear out of this portal as 3 Minotaurs, live and very much angry Minotaurs appear from the portal, which is where we'll finish tonight's session.
Oh, quality! I'm just starting to flag as well, which is
well, it's 22:11 as well. That's well past my bedtime before we finish.
Yes, that was great. Thank you all, and
Yeah, man.
I shall
Leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger as well.
Yes.
hopefully see you all again very soon.
Cheers, right. I'll turn this fella off.
Surely.
Like and